Good morning. So last night I just finished reading You Are a Badass. It's probably one of my new favorite books now. And part of the reason I wanted to share why I'm so excited about it is because I set a goal this year to read 6 total books and listen to 12 total books, and this is my fourth, so I have 2 to go. I think I know what I'm going to read next, but I'm not quite sure. And I was thinking about, why am I so excited about this? And I realized part of it was that, growing up, I was not much of a reader. I did not do great in English class. I did pretty well in math class, and that's why I became a math teacher. I've always thought of myself as a really slow reader. I even say it sometimes, which I'll promise to stop saying that. But I'm really proud of myself for finishing this one. And as many people have figured out, reading, you just got to find the thing that actually inspires you to read, right? Some people it's nonfiction, some people it's fiction. For me, it's a lot of personal development. I love hearing biographies of people that are interesting or successful in the areas that I want to be successful in. In this case, so Jen she's a coach for people, and she helps people all around the world. Some of my favorite takeaways from it were that every single chapter she has like a couple steps towards finishing towards some kind of skill or practice. And she says at the very end of every single one, she says, love yourself. So for example, let's see, chapter 23, it says, love yourself. You can do anything. That was step 5. Let's see, for chapter 22, it says, love yourself. You've still got your chance. Let's see, chapter 19 says, love yourself. You're doing an awesome job. So I thought it was really interesting how she kept like adding that at the very end of each chapter. It was pretty funny. Some of the other things I loved about the book were that she comes up with these like ridiculous things to say. So for example, saying, yo, you want to get off the couch, like hire a coach. If you want to earn more money, hire a friend that will spend your money for you if you don't save it. If you start eating, then you'll have your friend spray on the side of your house, you're a big fat pig and won't ever amount to anything. Like, just comes up with these ridiculous things. And I think the only downside I would say, like, towards people that are trying to keep their language clean, she does swear in this, but like they're really funny things that she swears about. It's like she was talking about how sometimes we're trying so hard to accomplish something, but if we just look up and realize how far we've come, we'd be like, duh, like I've already accomplished it. And I just remember that one part where she used some choice language that I wouldn't use. But yeah, so I just wanted to, I'd highly recommend this to anyone that is not, has been interested in personal development or personal improvement, and they are not, they just haven't found the right book to introduce to them. This one makes it pretty interesting, and it's like you can ease your way into it. The other book that I'm listening to right now from Grant Cardone, the 10X Rule, that you kind of already have to be in the mindset. If you were to just start listening to that and you don't like these kind of books at all, you'd probably put it down in the first like 2 minutes of listening or first 10 pages of reading. I also wanted to reference a few things from my book, so Ideas Over Coffee. So idea number 51, Tongue Out Like Mike, talks about how sometimes when we can pretend how to be someone. So for example, when I'm shooting a jump shot, or I see a bunch of my students shooting a jump shot, you'll see their tongue out, right? They're pretending to be like Mike, or they'll say Kobe, and then they'll shoot it, and it gives them that little bit of confidence to be able to do something. And so when I'm going to read, or like I have that moment of like, oh, I'd rather just watch TV right now, I just say to myself, who do I want to be? And then I think about Elon Musk, or I think about Tim Ferriss, or I think about Darren Hardy, or I think about Tony Robbins, and I think to myself, what would they say in this moment? And then I kind of put my cape on, or put my uniform on to be one of them, and then I'm motivated to get off the couch and go read. like 30 minutes before bed or something. Also, Idea 76 from Ideas Over Coffee says audiobooks to travel and drive with. One of my favorite things to do is listen to audiobooks, again, because I've had this bad habit of thinking that I'm not a fast reader, and so a lot of things take some time. I've been reading this You're a Badass book since I think June or so. And I was looking at some statistics because I wanted to throw them in the video, is that a couple people have done case studies. 85% of self-made millionaires read 2 or more books per month. And people that are not required to read books outside of school, on average, read less than 1 a year. And one of my goals, and the reason I'm sharing this with you again is because my idea number 68 from Ideas Over Coffee is one of my goals this year was to read 6 books and listen to 12 books. So I'd be at 18 total this year. Last year, I think I had 12 total, which I was really proud of accomplishing. So one of my colleagues invited me and let me borrow this book. I'm pretty excited to read it, The Quantum Rules. It says how the laws of physics explain love, success, and everyday life. I was an engineer, and I would love to be able to explain why the law of attraction works, or why a lot of different things work, to my students for mathematical, scientific purposes, not just from my own experience. I'd love to be able to explain them through the subject matter that I teach. Let me know, what are the books that have really inspired you? What are the books that you would recommend to everyone? Put it in the comments. If you like what you heard today, please subscribe and share it with your friends. I hope this motivates some people to read more, or take 1 day a week instead of watching TV after dinner or after school or whatever. Find a book that someone said was interesting. I'll put a cautionary note out there, is there is swearing in this. I feel like it's almost like a healthy amount, just because of what the general subject matter is, teaching you how to love yourself and how to be a better human being. And you can always buy this. So till next time, stay weird.